Hey, Nish here, and today we have a quick review of these earplugs that Hearprotek were kind enough to send me. Now, these are marketed towards sleeping, but you actually have two tip types included, both foam and latex. These earplugs are essentially modular. You've got two sets of these metal or very convincing plastic core pieces, and then on those you can attach the tips. So there's 3 sizes of foam tips included and 2 sizes of latex included. Then you've got these wing tip things that keep the earplug more secure in your ear, and there's 2 different sizes and 2 pairs of those included too. There are 2 plastic carrying cases included. One of them is nice and compact and the other one is weirdly large. I'm not sure why. They also include a little pouch which is nice and all, but I didn't really find much use for it, but it could be a useful way to keep everything in one place. Now, first off, I didn't have trouble getting a good fit. I think most people should be served well by the different sizes of foam and latex tips that are included. It is a little bit finicky to move the different pieces around and change them, but luckily you only have to do it once. Now, comfort-wise, I found they are very decent. I find the foam ones particularly comfortable and they don't really feel like much of an invasive presence in the ear. Now, I did sleep with them a couple times and I did find that a couple times I'd woken up and one of them was dislodged. So I don't know if I'm tossing and turning a lot, but that's worth bearing in mind. I found that the latex ones have much more snug fit and those stay put all night. As far as the actual attenuation goes, like how much it can reduce sound, they quote that the foam tips reduce the sound by 33 decibels and the latex ones by 30 decibels. Now, I did a very informal science experiment with some Moldex foam earplugs that I have. So I basically put some music on and then put the various earplugs in my ear and then noted how loud the music was. I found that those attenuation ratings were about right, although in my experience, the latex ones which are rated for less attenuation were actually better at blocking out the noise, and I don't know if that's something to do with the snugness of fit I was able to achieve with those compared to the small foam tips. Lastly, regarding the design, one of the things I was mildly concerned of when I was playing around with these was the fact that the tip can detach from the earplug itself, and I was wondering, am I going to be in a situation where I try and take out the earplug and leave the tip inside? I'm happy to say though, after using these quite a few times, that doesn't happen because there's a bit of a mechanism that keeps the ear tip in place. So there isn't too much more to tell, but I do have to comment on the price because I think this is something important when it comes to whether I want to recommend a product or not. Now, these come in at $20 pounds euros, which is a little bit steep. Now, they are reusable, which is good from an environmental standpoint, but if you only need earplugs for occasional use, it could be better just to get a bunch of the foam ones, which I find do a really good job of attenuating and are really comfortable, and the only downside is you can only use them a couple times. I will say though, if you're looking for something, for example, for gig use, these are not the best product to go for. There are products that are specialized for gigs that attenuate the sound but don't reduce the sound quality as much. So for example, I reviewed some Alpine party plugs on my channel, which I really recommend for that kind of use. So yeah, generally a decent product. I think they're worthwhile. They're not exceptional, but they're not terrible. I think they're somewhere in the middle, a good decent product. If it's something that looks like could benefit you, I think it could be a good shout. So that's all, a very quick review. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it's been useful. Drop any questions or comments in the comments section and I'll catch you in the next one.